Hey, are you interested in learning? Check out our videos. Want more knowledge content? Make sure you've subscribed to our channel.
Let me start with a simple question. In a real company, would everyone have access to everything? Like, would a new intern have permission to delete production servers? Of course not. And Kubernetes works in the same way. But here's the problem. When people hear the word RBAC in Kubernetes, they immediately panic. It sounds like something very complex, very security heavy, something only senior engineers should touch. In reality, RBAC is not scary at all. RBAC is just about one simple question. Who can do what and where? That's it. Nothing more. RBAC stands for Role-Based Access Control, which basically means access is given based on roles, not randomly. Let me explain this in a very normal way. Imagine you have a Kubernetes cluster used by many people: developers, testers, DevOps engineers, automation tools, maybe even CI/CD pipelines. Now, if everyone can do everything, one wrong command and the entire cluster is gone. Kubernetes does not stop you by default. It trusts you, and that is dangerous. So Kubernetes says, okay, let's add rules. This is where RBAC comes in. In Kubernetes, a role simply defines what actions are allowed. Like, can this user read pods? Can this user create deployments? Can this user delete services? A role does not say who gets it. It only defines the permission. Then comes role binding. Role binding connects the permission to a user or a service account inside a specific namespace. So think of it like this. Role is the rule. Role binding is assigning that rule to someone. Now Kubernetes also has something called ClusterRole. ClusterRole is similar, but it works across the entire cluster, not just one namespace. And cluster role binding is how you attach that cluster-wide permission. Most beginners get confused here, but honestly, if you understand namespace versus cluster, RBAC becomes very logical. Here's something very important. RBAC is not only for humans. Your monitoring tools, your CI/CD pipelines, your automation scripts, they all use RBAC. If RBAC is wrong, automation fails. If RBAC is too open, security fails. This is why in real projects, RBAC is always carefully designed. But beginners don't need to be afraid. You don't start with complex rules. You start with understanding. Once you understand who needs access and what access they actually need, RBAC becomes common sense. So don't avoid RBAC. Don't blindly copy YAML from the internet. Understand the idea first. If this video helped remove confusion, just like the video, and comment below if you want the next video on what happens when a Kubernetes pod crashes, or how access mistakes break real clusters. We'll go step by step without fear.
How did you feel? Is it helpful? Appreciate our efforts in the comment section below. Hit like button, share with your friends about us, subscribe our channel to get further updates, stay connected with us on social networking sites. For more free tutorials, visit our website www.lanetguide.net.